we just can't end it like that. The way we ended the last video, on such a negative note. It was 4 a.m. It was a long day of driving, and the last leg of that was on some just horrendous roads. And that's a heck of a way to leave, you know, on such a sour note, the whole saga, or the chapter of Betty the Bounder, the 1990 Fleetwood Bounder Model 34C. She's been good to us. I took care of her, and she got us around the country for, it'll be 4 years next month. So I owned her just short of 4 years. And I kind of feel bad. We're gonna leave it on a happy note. We're gonna time travel back here in just a minute, and you'll see. We end it on a much better note. But you know, I feel in the 4 years that I've had her, nearly 4 years, that and as much as I've been venturous and gone some places, you know, carefully, but we've gone some places maybe some people would not have. But still, I was careful and cautious. But in all those adventures, never have I put the Bounder through what it went through, going across the George Washington Bridge, across the Hudson, and then the miles, the 5 or to 10 miles, whatever it was late. On how bad the following road was. And to New Jersey's credit, you know, the road going back out, you know, I can see the bridge. No, I can't see the bridge being that bad. But New Jersey's road beyond the bridge was not bad at all. The New York road, going away from the bridge, there's just no excuse for that either. And I just feel like there should have been some warning signs, some, you know, road construction ahead. Well, that's the thing. There was some road construction on the bridge, but there was no construction going on fixing any of that bad road. Anyway, I don't want to ramble on about that anymore. I don't. I just feel there should have been some signage, some warning about consider an alternative route. It was that bad. I appreciate everybody that's made comments, shared their story, been in that area, have shared their story. Some up to 3 or 4 decades ago, when, yeah, it was horrible back then too. That bridge has always been a mess. In other comments and such, I do appreciate all the comments. So where does that leave us? Anything else on that? And I feel bad for Craig. You'll meet Craig here in a second. Yeah, that's the worst that Bounder's ever been through, and I feel bad after all the preparation and work, you know, money and work and maintenance I've done to that. That in the end, I feel like I did that to it, and you know, and hopefully now that Craig owns her, we did like a 2-hour crash course going around how things work. Well, this is here, that's there, just going over things. Didn't notice anything falling off, but I wouldn't be surprised if Craig hasn't come across something like, you know, yeah, probably the roads up there took its toll on her. It's a shame. Used her for nearly 4 years, and at the very end, she had to go through that. All right, let's time travel back and see Craig and the new owner, Craig, and his dog Winston. All right, I think with that other video behind me now, we do have the Bounder delivered to her, Betty, her new owner. He's going to keep her name. She's going to remain Betty, and we'll say hi to him and his dog Winston here in a minute. But we ended up, the Bounder is ended up backing it into his backyard for now, till he gets his bearings with it, and he'll start doing some camping and traveling around in it. But we pulled in here, backed it in all the way back here in the yard in the shade, run down the levelers, leveled it. We've gone over everything, how everything works and things about it, tips and tricks and stuff. And we got our rental car picked up. so we're getting ready to say goodbye. We're gathering up the couple things we brought with us on the trip, and we'll be out of here. We'll be able to move forward from the whole Bounder saga. This will be closing the chapter on Betty. All right, so the good news is it went from, you know, having a dog, an owner with a dog, whatever, it's getting another owner with a dog. This is the new owner, Craig.
Hi, I'm Craig Sr.
Craig Sr. Probably seen plenty of comments on our videos.
And Winston.
This is Winston. Winston don't usually give me the time of day whenever Bella's around. He's too busy, too worried about what Bella's doing. He doesn't even want to say hi to me.
Yeah. Say hi, Dave, and thank you.
And what do you say?
Thank you.
You say goodbye to Betty. Huh?
Bye.
Huh? Hey, don't give Bella attention.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Thank you so much, Dave, for making the trip and making everything easy for me. I know everything's wonderful and it works great.
It does.
And that's the main thing. And Betty Bounder will carry on.
All right, that's what we want to hear. All right.
With Winston.
Wave
goodbye, Winston.
Winston's going to take over Bella's co-pilot chair. Huh?
And a special thanks to...
Are you going to take over Bella's co-pilot chair? Huh? All right.
And a special thanks to... Who do you want to thank? Who do you want to thank? Huh? Huh? Who do you want to thank? Who helped wax the Bounder for you? Who helped wax the Bounder? Scott and Terry.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we love you all. Now it's time to hit the road.
All right. So with all that, we're finally packed up. Just gonna carry Craig's gonna give me a couple handfuls of stuff to the car, and we're gonna get on our way back to Pennsylvania. This is where we leave Betty. In the shade. Not a bad spot. Look. I mean, not a bad spot, right?
Oh, it's great.
This is where Betty's semi-retirement will begin. All right, we're gonna get back on the road, and we'll tune back in later, out the road somewhere.
Yeah,
all right, I really can't give. We got this car from Hertz, and I'm not gonna be able to give them a very good review because the car is a pig pen. It's a 2022 Ford Escape, is it? The little SUV, and you know, they cleaned the inside up pretty well, but look, I mean, you know, if I had rented this to go to some occasion, maybe on a date or some event, you know, like look at the brake dust on them front wheels, and what's this? And what's this stuff? What's that stuff on there? And you know, we're just marks, and I mean, it needs detailed, and shame on you, Hertz, for giving me a filthy car. And the door jambs are all, I don't know if you can pick that up very well on here, but you know, the door jambs all need wiped out. You know, for 2022, I don't know if it's ever been washed. You know, it's a pig pen. And if I wanted to rent a nice car to go somewhere to pick somebody up from the airport or something, rent the car and go wash it before I go, you know what I mean? It's filthy. All right, we're gonna get on our way. Getting warm out here. I'm ready to sit in some air conditioning and get on our way home. All right. Well, look at this overpass on the Parkway. 10-foot 9-inch clearance. We just passed one that was only 10-foot 2. That's why you don't take that's why trucks and motorhomes aren't allowed on the Parkway. Betty would not have been happy if I would have slammed her into a 10-foot 2 or 10-foot. The next one coming up is 10-foot 6. Slammed her into a 10-foot 6 overpass when she's about 11.8. So she's 10.8, and plus the air conditioners is another foot. It's 11.8. So even at 10.8, it would have done more. It would have done more than just remove the air conditioners. It would have really messed Betty up bad. But we're in a little rental car now, so we're good. And we are going a different way back. As I said in the last video, I will never go across that George Washington Bridge again. Ever. All right, girl. All right, ready? Let's go back up this way. Come on, let's go. Let's go. So, all right, let's get back up here a minute. So, you know, it ended good after all. It was, see, we could end it on a positive note, or an upbeat. Betty will still be Betty. We'll carry on the legacy, I guess you'd call it. All right, so we're getting down to crunch time here, weather-wise. The coachman up there, she's coming along. We could travel. I mean, it's fully functional, and except for the furnace, but I'm not worried about that just yet. But you know, we could leave in it today. We could if we had to. But there's still some things I want to do to it. But with the weather is closing in on us. It is, girl. So today I'm kind of working, doing some cleanup in the van. All right. You want to go over to the van? I'll go over to the van. Just doing some cleanup. This is the next vehicle. Now that the bounder's gone, just going to do some cleanup and tidying up here, because I'm going to hand this off to my oldest son's going to use it a bit over the winter. So I'm just kind of organizing and removing some things that, I mean, he certainly won't need, and we're gonna get this thing out of the way. You can, and I'm running the air conditioner with the doors wide open. I just felt like exercising a little bit. I've hardly used this at all this winter, except for a like a daily driver, you know, just to go and run and do things, go visiting, go up to eat somewhere, go pick up parts or something. But I just set it on low, and it's running off its own solar and batteries. So yeah, on low, it's just cycling on and off a little bit here and there. It's good to exercise things once in a while. One of these days I'll insulate these doors. And I've been cleaning up some leftover things in the garage, putting some things away that I'm done with. You know, I don't want to leave for the season, you know, a mess, and get some things put away and organized. But yeah, the weather is closing in on us. Now it's September. What happens from the September is the month where summer is going out. Oh, this is Labor Day weekend, by the way, so we might have to escape here for a little bit, just to get away for a day maybe. We'll see about that. But what happens in September is, just like, what is it, January, February, March, April, May. Like May is kind of the month where the weather really starts coming around, and summer's coming on, everything's blooming, everything's great. Well, September is kind of the month where it's all going away. The difference between now, what is it, September 2nd or 3rd? The difference in overnight temperatures is, right now it's still in the mid-60s overnight, quite comfortable. I love being short sleeves in the evening or even in the morning. Mid-60s is, that's what I like for overnight lows. In 4 weeks now, by the end of the month, the overnight temperatures are average. I look at, you know, the monthly averages. It starts hitting the 40s, upper 40s, but still, you know, from the 60s to the 40s overnight. That's all. I mean, we still have nice days. It'll still go up to, you know, in the 60s, some 70s, but it's there'll be some 70s and sunny. It'll still be some beautiful weather, but it's, and then October, and you start dipping in the 30s, and we start getting our first frost. So in the coming, you know, 4 weeks, it's noticeably different. 5, 6, 7 weeks, yeah, start closing on Halloween, certainly have your first frost by then. So we'd like to be out of there. I think we want to get out of here before October, or very early October. So we're talking 4 or 5, maybe 6 weeks of having everything wrapped up, having the coachman all dialed in. If everything doesn't get done, so be it. We're gonna be hitting the road. So maybe sooner than we think. So we're gonna see what some other folks are up to too. So in the meantime, getting this thing taken care of, and what are we doing here? Let's see. A lot of things, not a whole lot left to do. I've really cleaned this up over the summer as I worked on different sections, you know, one side and the others. I replaced some things. I cleaned that area while I was there. I got to give this whole front clean Miss Coachman's face. The front's kind of dingy, but so nothing real pressing. Oh, the tire pressure monitoring systems, the things that go into, I need to do that and pop the wheels off, look at the back brakes. Mechanically, yeah, it's not a terrible job to do, but I do need to look at them before I go on a big trip. Anything going on back here? I can't think of anything. Oh, I have a backup camera, a kit, and that's really quick and easy to install. I'm going to pop that on, and then we'll have a look at that. What else? I don't know. We're down to little things, you know. We're getting close. So, anyway, anything else? Yeah, Betty's gone. It's still sinking in. We've been back 6 days, and today, honestly, that road trip was kind of, in a way, it was kind of traumatic. It really was. And poor Bella. We won't go there, but yeah, big bumps in the road when we go across certain bridges, when there's just an instant, you know, bam, bam, you know, hitting those uneven, you know, it startles her. And that was like a half hour of just almost constant. It was horrible. And of course, it was after dark. I couldn't see Bob. I know she was jumping down off her chair and back on, and off and back on a lot. And I know it was traumatizing to Bella. But she's over it, and I just hated that. I've never. So anyway, and just getting back after finally just letting that sit, getting that accomplished. Kind of been sinking in. Come back, take a breather. Been doing some visiting. Today's really the first day that I have felt like, you know, kind of that feeling like, okay, where were we? I'm into doing something, you know, that I've actually felt like doing something without me having to force myself to do something. So I'm getting back in the groove of, okay, let's get this show on the road, right? So, yeah, I'm feeling better, and I've been since I've been in communications with just texting back and forth with Craig, and he's really pleased with the Bounder, and him and Winston, they've been getting to know it and how things work a little better, and getting comfortable enough in it to where, yeah, I think they turned the air conditioner on, went back and took a nap, and he just, oh, this bed's so comfortable, and so I feel better that yeah, she's gone, and that chapter's finished, and closed the book on the Bounder, I guess. So onward with the Coachman. All right, we're gonna be back with something else here. Some projects we're gonna finish up. A couple things I'm gonna show you too that was offered to me and I accepted. So we'll get on with those too before we head out. Won't be long now. I'll see you next time.